Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Solo Leveling Rise, Black Thunder here. So this will be the course guide. Like earlier I made a veteran guide and I have 2P guide and also one more core guide telling all the passives and which cores are best. So this will be like all of them combined. Like I'll show you my main account and then F2P account and also the course that you should go for and the substats and whether to go for percentage or like flat defense or flat HP. So like for example take Gogani and how to know what to give him. So if you like change the artifact, you can see defense, crit rate and crit hit damage. So similar should be the codes. Like you'll see mainly it will be like crit rate and crit hit damage. So you can meet the basic cap like 50% crit and 200% crit hit damage. That's the thing. Like let me switch to the light course first, then I'll show you. You can also give him this Eye of the Watcher because its passive is it increases the core attack and Gogani uses his core attack a lot, so you can give him. This is also really good for Thomas. Let's see Thomas. So you can see mainly like crit rate, crit hit damage and defense and damage increase just like Gogani. So you can give this Eye of the Watcher 2 to him with the light passive so he can use that passive, but the passives don't mean that much. Mainly you need to like stack as much as crit as possible, crit hit damage and also like damage increase. So you can see mainly I have damage increase codes and crit hit damage, so I can meet the cap requirement of 50% crit and 200% crit hit damage. So now let's see Cha. Like all my Thomas codes are for Cha and their water passive, so it increases her crit hit damage of the core attack. There you go. And then crit hit damage one, this, and then again the damage increase one. So all of the Thomas cores were originally of Vetcha. These are the ones. And now let me show you the stats of her. Like I'll meet the minimum cap requirement of crit hit damage and good enough damage increase. That's what you need along with ton of defense. Now for example let's take Kanai. So she need crit rate, crit hit damage, damage increase or defense pen. That's the stats she require. Don't see her like artifacts, they are messed up. But for the codes this one is really good. It increases her attack by 5% or 6%. So this is really good with fire passive. And for the mid core you can give her this. She will like require some shield. And for the leg core it's no question asked, like for all the MP eaters it should be Teeth of the Watcher, which reduces the MP consumption reduction. You must see like my Cha has that. And you can also give them to Kanaya and Mire, that's the thing. And for Siorin you can also give her Eye of the Watcher because she also uses her core attack a lot when you like hold down the basic skill one. So that's the thing. And again you have to give her like crit hit damage, crit rate or damage increase. Like elements passive don't matter much. The first priority should be meeting 50% crit, 200% crit hit damage and good enough damage increase. And if you can like make them in the suitable element, so you can do that. Like you can see here my Mire has 2 wind cores, so it will help her get the passive. You can also give her this Teeth of the Watcher to reduce the MP consumption reduction, but with Hansemi she is alright with full MP, so that doesn't matter. So now we are done with most of the hunters. So now let me go to the codex and then I'll show you what are the best codes. Like many people are confused whether we should farm the old ones that Baron gives or the new ones. So first let's see this hunger one, hunger of Apex Crimson. Like I call it Sukuna code. So this is really good for SJW in BOT and light Cha for BOT because they drain MP a lot. Like in normal battles we are using curse and expert or obsidian, so they are not that good. We are always above 50% mark. And this is really good for Leonard because in BOT he just do 1 or 2 skills and he's completely dry, so this will help him increase his defense. But like I said, in normal battles he doesn't need that. And this is really good for Thomas, Vetcha, Gogani, any other like unit which scales off core attack a lot, so this is good for them. Now let's see the Ancient Wrath Obsession. Like it is really good for SJW because it increases the attack by 6% and also good for Kanai, Mire or any other attack scaling unit. You can give it that. Now let's see the mid core, the Nameless Demon's Horn, the orange core I like to call it. So this is really good for someone who does his ult a lot, like Thomas is there and Gogani is there. And this is also really good for someone who does her ult a lot, so you can give this to Kanai or Charlotte. And Mira is there too because she uses her ult and then do her basic skills, so this will provide extra crit. And you can give this too, it is good enough. Like mainly, like I told, you have to meet the crit and crit hit damage, and this is really good for glass cannons like Mira is there, Lightcha. And you can give this to Goto or any other one which like does the ult a lot, but Charlotte and Kanai doesn't need that, or Thomas because their ult charges quickly. So this is like unnecessary core, you can ignore it. Now let me show you my HW. Like I have said this 1000 times and I'll say it again, you just need 1% core, and that is HW head core, the attack percentage one, because he uses two weapons, that's why it will help him gain more attack and more power. Like let me just switch it with the level 15 maxed core and it will be additional attack, and the substat will be like crit rate or crit hit damage. So, and you can also use this core when you use the fire weapons like bow and fan. This will help you like deal more damage because it is like increases the core crit hit damage. So obviously I won't switch it with the MP consumption reduction one, that will give me more power, but you can see I lost some power like 1900. So that's the thing, you just need 1% core for SJW attack one, and rest two like defense and HP are flat. So now let me show you the same thing on hunters. Like you can see this is additional attack, and hunter needs additional stats because like they use one weapon, and difference between a percentage and a flat one is 9k. So if you are making percentage core, so you are like missing on 81k more power. So that's the thing, hunter requires flat ones because they are using one weapon, and SJW needs only one attack percentage one because he scales off two weapons. That's the thing. Now let me show you one more thing. If you are a veteran or old player and looking for ways to gain power, so I'll just like go with this setup and I'll show you why I have made 9 MP consumption reduction cores, and they are flat, like flat attack, flat defense and flat HP. So suppose I like switch to this core and you can see the gain 26 point something, and when I switch it with MP consumption reduction I gain 3.6k more. So on every like MP consumption reduction core, you will gain 3.6k more. So if you multiply it by 9, you can guess I am gaining 32 point something more power. So you can inflate your power by 32k just by making MP consumption reduction cores. That's the thing. Like I use this trick to do POS 10 in my main account. So like I said, for hunters it should be flat attack, flat defense and flat HP, because difference of a percentage versus a flat one is 9k, so 81k power there, plus 32k more if you are making 9 MP consumption reduction ones. Now let me show you the situation of the F2P account. Since it is a new account like 91 logins only, so you will see all of them are flat attack, flat defense and flat HP, and most of the stats are like crit rate, crit hit damage, defense penetration and damage increase. These four substats are the only one you should focus on if you are a new player. Like let me show you a preset. Since all of my cores are on the win team and all the maxed ones are on HW2, so it will like help me show you better what I am making in my F2P account. So since I have plenty of resources, maybe for HW I'll make a attack percentage one because I have core breakers and solidified stones enough. So now just let me do the shadows and then put the remnant. Maybe I'll choose like yogurt berry since he has almighty break now. He's level 33. But that apart, like you can see, all of my cores are flat attack, flat defense and flat HP. And the substats you'll see will be mainly crit rate, crit hit damage, damage increase and defense penetration. These four are the only thing you should go for if you are a new player or a beginner or mid player like me, like 2 or 3 months in. Like you can see my Lennart has ton of crit and crit hit damage. That's why I have given him damage increase one to do more damage. And for Kanai, I have made that purple one, the Teeth of the Watcher, because I used to use her in every game mode like Vulcan, Baron, Deimos. Only now I'm doing Yogurt, so all of my cores are on Wind team. And you can see like none of them are Wind. Still I'm using them for like crit and crit damage. So that's the thing. Like passive should be your second priority. First priority should be the substat, and the main stat that should be flat for hunters. So if I were to sum up the video, so first thing should be only 1% core, that should be SJW attack 1. Rest all should be flat defense and flat HP. And the four main stats you should focus on should be crit rate, crit hit damage, damage increase, and defense penetration. And if you are an old player and finding ways to gain more power, so make MP consumption reduction one like mine. That will give you 3.6k more power on every core. And for core scaling units like Thomas Vetcha Gogani, give them the Eye of the Watcher, that is good. And for MP Eater, it is Teeth of the Watcher, the purple one, to reduce their MP consumption reduction. And I'll say this again, other than SJW attack percentage core, the head one all should be flat defense and flat HP. And you know the substat I already told you. So this is it for the video. If you're new to the channel, you know the drill. Like, subscribe and share and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you in just few hours on the live stream, the Korean one. Till then, take care.